Hi there, my name's Jo. I'm coming to you today to do a natural makeup video. I recently entered a competition on LoveLula and I won £100 worth of credit to spend on their website. So I whittled my wish list down and managed to get a full face of makeup for just over £100. There was an offer on, so normally this would cost you slightly over £100. So this is the box that it came in from LoveLula, and obviously they came boxed, but I've been using them for a little while. So I got 7 different products. I got a BB cream from Pacifica, a concealer foundation from RMS Beauty, a powder foundation, a mini one from PHB, a Irene Perez blush, an RMS Beauty eye polish eyeshadow, PHB Beauty mascara, and a Pacifica lip tint. And like I say, all together it came to just over £100. Normally I don't wear makeup on a daily basis. I wear it perhaps once or twice a week, if that. And I normally don't wear very much makeup. I will probably just sort of wear like a tinted moisturiser, BB cream, CC cream, that kind of thing, and maybe some mascara and lip balm or a lip pencil, something like that. I don't normally wear a sort of full face of makeup, but sometimes I do, and I'm trying more sort of natural beauty. I've been cruelty free since January 2016. I'm an animal lover, and in fact I have one of our cats here asleep behind me. I don't think you can see him on the camera, but you might be able to hear him snoring. Yeah, and I have been using cruelty-free products now for just over 18 months, and I'm also making the move into more sort of natural beauty products, partly for ethical reasons and environmental reasons, and also for the health of my skin. So what I'm going to do today is apply these different makeup products and give my review. I've had them for about 3 weeks, so I've been trying them out, and I'll be able to kind of talk about how they last and whether I've been using them, whether I've been reaching for them often or not, and give you a quick review about some of them. Some of them are amazing, some of them not quite for me, but other people might love them. So I'll give my review as we go. The first product that I'm going to use is this Pacifica Alight Multi-Mineral BB Cream. It says it's an all-in-one bare skin tint. It's an illuminating primer with perfecting finish and age-defying skincare. It's a shade matching one, so there's just one shade. There's not different shades for different skin tones, and it claims to even out, sort of match different skin tones. It says to apply to clean skin. My skin is clean. It's I don't have any primer or anything like that on. I just have I have moisturised. I have quite dry skin, so I have moisturised, but that was a little while ago. So it says to apply to dry skin and blend well in a circular motion. Pacifica are a great brand. They're all they're a cruelty-free brand. Also, most of their products are vegan. I'll just show you. Hopefully, you can see. It obviously has a tint, but what I find, so I just sort of dab it on and then circle it in as it says. What you might be able to see is that this kind of disappears to nothing, I find. So you can see, obviously, I have smudges on my forehead and nose there, but as I rub them in, it kind of goes to nothing. Now, my skin is a little red when I apply things, so don't worry about the redness, that will calm down. Now, what I find is that you might be able to see, I will look towards the light so that you can see better when it's all rubbed in. Obviously, really easy to apply, no sort of streaks or anything like that. It kind of, I can't really see it much on my skin. There is a slight sheen. You might be able to see a slight difference from before I applied it to the sort of sheen of it. There is small amounts of glitter. You can see it on my hands. I don't know if you can see that. You can see it on my hands more than you can see it on my face. There is a slight bit of sort of shimmer glitter to it. I don't think it tints. I don't think it has any colour. I don't think my skin looks different. It doesn't, for me, it doesn't seem to balance out skin tones. Obviously you can see that I have dark circles. I'm not expecting it to cover those at all, but it doesn't seem to even out any of the redness around my nose. Obviously it doesn't cover blemishes. I'm normally quite fortunate with my skin, but recently I've been breaking out. I'm trying to kind of reduce the amount of different products I use to combat that. But at the moment, you know, if I'm going to wear makeup or a BB cream, then I would like it to even my skin tone a little bit, and I don't find that this does that really. It claims to diminish the appearance of pores, fine lines and uneven tone, but I'm not sure that it does. It does mention that it hydrates and it fights signs of aging, and it gives your face a dewy, radiant, bare finish. I would agree with all of that. It smells lovely. It's a really nice product to use. It's really smooth, really nice. As you can see, it soaks in really nicely. So if you're using this as a primer or as a moisturiser, then I think it's great. If you're using it, if you're expecting coverage, which is kind of what I was hoping for, not so great. So I have been using this. I've been taking it to the gym and applying it afterwards, but if I wanted to kind of go out somewhere after the gym and I wanted some coverage, then I wouldn't be using this. I'd be taking another BB or CC cream. So for me, I don't think it meets a need because I have a moisturiser that kind of gives me this finish anyway. If it had SPF in, I think I probably would love it a bit more and would use this as a sort of regular moisturiser, particularly for in the summer. So what I've been doing is wearing this almost like a primer really, and then I've been using the RMS Beauty Under Cover Up, it's called. It's a cream product, and the idea with this is that you apply it with your fingers. It's really rich and really nice. I've been applying it using either my ring finger for under my eyes or my forefinger for just applying it, and you can see, so I'm going to use it just to cover over some of the blemishes and redness. It's not full coverage, but it does definitely add some coverage. I mean, you can see from there, and then as you blend it in, I just sort of tap it in. I find that it's better to tap this product in than to spread it, because I find that kind of smears it a little bit, and I don't find that it sits that well on fine lines. Obviously I'm getting older and I have fine lines around my eyes, and I don't find that it sits that well on the fine lines, but you can see there. So you can see, hopefully you can see a bit of a difference between under this eye and under that eye. I really like it because I don't like to look like I'm wearing too much makeup. This for me is a really nice way of brightening a little bit. It does even out skin tone, so I have been wearing it on my nose as well. I have sort of redness on my nose, so I have been sort of wearing it to tone down the redness a little bit. And then I'll even it out so that I don't look odd, and put some on the other under eye. But I really like this. The other thing that I love about this is how portable it is and how easy it is to apply. I don't need a brush or any other application, you know, any implements, application tools, I guess would be the phrase. So this is one that, again, I've been taking this to the gym, and if I look a little bit red-faced after I've worked out and had a shower, then I've been applying this. Also, where I have these, like I said, I've been having some blemishes recently and I have little marks. I've just been applying just a tiny amount of this. You don't need much to just do that. Again, it's not going to be complete coverage. That's not what I'm looking for in products anyway. You can still see that I have blemishes. That's fine. It's a natural part of life. But I do find that it just helps to even things out a little bit and just add a little bit of coverage and brighten things up. So yeah, brilliant. I love it. It is quite expensive. I think this one, yeah, it's £34. So it's not the cheapest, and it is only quite a small pot, but you only need a tiny amount. So I can see this lasting a really long time actually. I'm trying to see if it's 0.2 ounces, just over 5 grams. So yeah, it's only a small amount, but you don't need much at all. Perfect for just keeping in your handbag. If you have like a spot or redness or something that comes out through the day, you can just keep this in your bag, and every time you check, you go to the loo or whatever, just sort of add a bit of coverage. I really like it. I quite like the finish of it as well. But what I find, probably can't see too much now, but what I find is that if I don't apply a powder of some sort, it does recommend to set it with the RMS powder or something. I don't have that product, but it does recommend to set it with powder, and I think that is wise, because I do find that especially around my fine lines under my eyes, that if I don't set it with powder, it can settle into those. So fortunately, with my face of makeup, I got a powder foundation. So I have been using this. So this is the PHB Beauty Mineral Powder Foundation. As you can see, it's a tiny little pot. I went for the shade Medium Olive. It is for people with olive or yellow undertones, which I do have, but it's for a light medium skin tone. So this is a really good match for me. So it's a mineral foundation with SPF 30 for excellent. It's for a naturally flawless finish that allows skin to breathe. A long-lasting foundation with buildable coverage and a light silky texture. Absolutely, the texture is so smooth, it's lovely. It says it provides a natural looking flawless finish, I would agree. And the pure minerals soothe, protect and allow skin to breathe. Yeah, it doesn't feel like you're wearing heavy makeup, but it really helps. Now, I don't have the a PHB Kabuki, but I'm going to apply it using this LoveLula Baby Bookie brush, because I got a sample of some LoveLula ones, so it's just a little mini kabuki brush. And what I've been doing with this, again, you don't need much of this product at all, so it just comes in a little tub, and I've just been tapping a little bit of the powder into the lid, and then using the Baby Bookie brush. It's quite difficult to just get a little amount on the brush. If I do this side first, I know you can't really see that, but I'll just show you. So just initially, you can probably see how this side, it's just, it mattifies a little bit, but it still allows the sort of natural glow to show through. It's not like a full matte coverage, which suits me. I don't like it to look like I'm wearing a lot of makeup. This is a great little brush as well. Okay, I am just going to apply a little bit more under my eyes, partly for coverage and partly just to make sure that the concealer is properly covered. I should say, actually, I forgot to mention, but with the Uncover Up, I am looking to get the one shade darker, to use more as a foundation, so to actually use not just on the lighter points, but generally. Now, you can see how this is nicely buildable. It doesn't look like I'm wearing a lot under there, but you can see that it's more covered than the other side. And I really like this. I do find that it lasts well. Just obsessively, it feels lovely. This brush is lovely and soft as well, so that helps. But the feeling of it on your skin, I mean, it kind of doesn't really feel like makeup, but it just helps your skin feel really smooth. And I really like it. I imagine that when I've used this up, I will be getting the full-sized one, and I may well get the kit with the PHB Kabuki brush, which is a sort of full-sized kabuki brush. I think it has a similar head to this, but it has a taller stem, which might be a little bit easier to apply with. But hopefully you can see there how that looks. Okay, so that's the base done. I have next I'm going to apply some blush. It's the Perez Pure Rice Powder Blush. There's quite a few different tones. I went for the rose tones, which it recommends for lighter skin tones. It is cruelty-free and vegan. I really like this. It's going to sound like such a silly thing, but I have some blushes that are either really tricky to get into, like you can't open them properly. This has a nice push button clasp that releases it, or way too easy to get into and they fall open when you travel. So this is really nice. It sounds like such a boring thing, but it's important to me. It's a two-tone blush, so you can see here it has one that is more of a sort of bronzer shade, and one that is a lighter blush. As you can see, it's quite a dark product, and it is highly pigmented, so you really have to be quite light with this. I love the fact that, I'll cover it for the sake of the camera, but there is a mirror in the top, and you can actually, you know, you can see enough of your face to just use this mirror, so that's good. I'm quite heavy-handed with brushes, and so I have to be really careful with this and only apply a tiny amount. I'm using the Look Good Feel Better mini powder brush actually, but it's just a kind of general, it's good for blush, but you really only do need a tiny amount. Now you can see already that I have loads on, so I'm just going to tap some of that on. I've been swirling the two together. If you want to, you can just use one side. Also it says that you can use these as eyeshadows, or as lip colours, with some lip balm, but I so far have just been using it as a blush. I'm not very particular about my, you can already see just from that tiny amount, you can see a difference. Yeah, I'm not very particular about my blush. I'm not very specific about how I apply it, just broadly speaking to the apples of my cheeks, I guess. Because this is a slightly darker one, you can use it if you want to as a more of a sort of bronzer contour type shade, so you can take it up a little higher to sort of give more definition. I'm not too bothered about that, so I don't really need anything like that, but that's enough for me. I don't like too much colour, but hopefully you can see it's just sort of giving a little bit of more colour to my cheeks. I get embarrassed quite easily and get quite red quite easily anyway, so I don't need too much extra help on that department. So I like this blush. I have found that I'm not reaching for it on a regular basis. Now I don't tend to wear blush every day, well certainly not every day, but whenever I wear makeup anyway. But when I had an Anika blush that I loved, and still do love, but when I first had it, I was wearing blush every day because I really wanted to. I haven't been with this, so I'm guessing that I'm not as much in love with it. I do like it. I think it will last for ages because you only need a tiny amount. So I'm kind of mixed on it. I don't know. I think the colour suits me. It's enough of a shade. It's just not something that I'm super excited about, but maybe I don't normally get that excited about blushes anyway. Okay, so onto the eyes. The next product that I'm using, again, it's an RMS Beauty, and this is their eyeshadow. It's called an eye polish. This is in the shade Magnetic. It's a beautiful shade. I think it's described as a mauve with silver and purple glitter or something. Or it's quite a neutral shade, so it can look quite brown in some lights, but it definitely has that sort of purple and silver shimmer. I'll just do a quick swatch on my hand actually, so that you can kind of see, because when it's on the eyes it's difficult to get the shade really, because there's already shadows in there, but hopefully with that you can see the colour. It's really lovely. Now I have that on my fingers. You can apply this with your fingers. It is a cream product, or you can apply it with a brush. I have been using this, again it's a Look Good Feel Better one, and this is the eye shading brush. I've just been using this. I'm not using any primer, and I do find that this product does crease on me. Now I have quite oily eyelids anyway, and as you can tell, hooded. You can't see much of my eyelid, which I think is one of the reasons why I don't tend to bother with eye makeup as much, but it always makes a big difference when I do. So this is, yeah, it does crease on me, and I find that it doesn't last the greatest, but the effect that it gives is just lovely. I'm thinking that I should have applied some sort of primer actually, because my eyelids aren't in the greatest condition at the moment for applying makeup on them. I'm dabbing it in quite a lot, but I'm only applying just a tiny amount each time. So you don't need much of the product at all. And then I'm just, I don't do anything fancy with eyeshadow. I don't have the skills for that. So I just apply it and then blend it into the crease. And then I also, because this has got a nice sheen, I've just been using it to lightly go back in towards the end to sort of line the lid. Also just means that you can see it a little bit better on my hooded eyes. Yeah, so you can hopefully see it looks like quite a dark colour, and obviously you can tell that I'm wearing eyeshadow, but I think it's really natural. I have green eyes. It seems to complement my eye colour nicely, yeah, I really like it actually. I think, to be honest, this is probably would go with any different types of look for me, so I don't really need any alternative colours to this. Obviously I know there are some people who love to wear lots of different colours on their eyes. I don't tend to like that. I just like to find one or two that I like and stick with them. I might like to try a lighter shade, maybe a sort of like a champagne colour or something like that. The products I do love, like I say, the only thing with it really is how it wears and that it does crease. So I would like to try to find a primer that I can use to help with that. Some people have recommended just using powder foundation or using a sort of a regular primer. So I'm thinking of perhaps trying an Anika primer in general and seeing if that would work on my eyes. But yeah, so that is the eyeshadow. On to mascara. Now I do wear mascara a lot more frequently than I wear eyeshadow. My eyelashes aren't very long, aren't very thick, and it does make a big difference when I wear mascara. So I do tend to wear mascara. This is the first natural mascara that I've tried. When I went cruelty free, I really struggled to find a mascara that I liked, but I heard so much good things about this that I was really excited to try it. Again, it is vegan, organic, cruelty free. It's paraben free as well. And this is a sort of general multi-purpose mascara, so it says that it will lengthen, thicken and volumise lashes, and it's water resistant. Now, I would question that. I found that it does smudge. I'm going to apply this whilst I talk. I found that it does smudge on me. It's great as a sort of natural looking mascara as I apply it, but I do find that it doesn't last a full day. Not without smudging in some way. It also will smudge obviously if I touch it or wipe my eyes or anything like that, but I find that anyway it does sort of I do end up looking a little like a panda. I'm just going to do one eye for now so that you can see the difference. I think it's really good actually, the effect that it has, easy to apply. Sometimes with mascaras I get mascara on the top of my eyelid. I haven't found that with this. The only problem is that, like I say, I did wear it for a long day. It was a very long day, sort of 16-hour day, but you know, a few hours into it and I noticed that I was getting smudges under my eyes, so not the best. Hair on me. Not the best for longevity, but in terms of how it looks, I think it's great. I don't like anything that's too unnatural. You know, I don't want it to look like I have fake eyelashes or anything like that, and I do want a little bit of lengthening as well as a little bit of volumizing, so I like these sort of multi-purpose mascaras. I'm not going to apply any on my bottom lashes. I don't tend to do that. One thing I will say quickly about this is it's sort of one of those old school brush type mascaras, and normally I don't like these. I prefer the plastic ones, but I really like how easy this is to apply and the effects that it gives. So it's opened my eyes, excuse the pun, to different types of mascara. So I'm going to be looking for, I am going to be looking for a waterproof or something that's a little bit longer lasting. And yeah, I'm going to be open to different types of brushes. So if anyone has any recommendations for mascaras that are longer lasting or ideally waterproof, then that would be fantastic. This is a great mascara and I absolutely will be wearing it, and probably would repurchase it, but I would be cautious of wearing it for a long day or a day where I wanted to kind of look particularly polished. So that's that. Right, I'm looking almost ready. I just need to do something with my lips. I was tempted to get some sort of liquid lipstick as part of this look. I've been experimenting with those and quite enjoying those. But firstly, they were quite expensive and I didn't have much of my budget left. And secondly, there was just so many colour choices and so many different things. And I don't wear lipstick on a very regular basis. So I went to a good, an old favourite. So it is a Pacifica Natural Colour Quench Lip Tint in Guava Berry. It is only quite a light tint, but it is so moisturising. It's fabulous. The main ingredient is coconut oil. Again, this is 100% vegan and it's cruelty free. And it's an excellent, I think, product. Now, if you want to look like you're wearing a lipstick, this is not going to be your sort of thing. It is literally just a sort of light tinted balm. Yeah, you can't see much at all actually. So that's obviously this is the eyeshadow from before. That's the lip tint. So there's not much to it, but I really like it. It's just, I mean, you know, you can see a little bit of something, but because it's a lip balm, it's obviously very natural looking, and it doesn't sort of wear away in a strange way. It feels so nice. This one in particular as well, it smells lovely, and tastes, you know what I mean, when it not that I'm eating it, but you kind of get that scent and that flavour to it. It's lovely. It's really, really nice. I have another couple of these that I also really enjoy, and I'm probably going to pick up the others in the range, to be honest. These are really good value. I think it's £7, £7.49 from LoveLula. These are great value. I've had one for over a year now, and I used it on a very frequent basis and still have plenty left. So you don't need much, and because it lasts quite a long time, it's very moisturising. Because it lasts quite a long time, I will reapply it during the day, but only sort of 2 or 3 times, because it does stay on the lips really nicely. Obviously it's not, it doesn't look like a lipstick, but if you just want something that gives a little bit of colour but is really moisturising and softening, then I think these are fabulous. So that's the full face, I think, yeah. It's weird to be wearing a lot of makeup. It probably doesn't look like a lot of makeup to other people, but because I don't wear makeup very often, my hair's gone crazy now. So yeah, I think in terms of standout products, for me, it's probably the PHB Powder Foundation. I think is a fab product. So that is a standout product for me. The Pacifica lip tint, I just love anyway, so I knew that was going to be a standout. And the other standout for me is the Uncover Up. I do really like it. I definitely will be looking out for when they have shade 22, which is the next one up. But this is the finished look. I hope that you've enjoyed seeing my review. It's more of a review of natural beauty products than a makeup look. But I hope that you found that useful. If you have any questions about any of the products that I've tried, or any of the products that I've mentioned, then please let me know. And thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much to LoveLula for supporting me in trying out these products and doing this video. So thanks again very much. I'd love to hear your recommendations, your experiences with these products as well. So thank you.